What is going on, everybody, on the Tube of the U? My name is Justin. Welcome back to Travel Bites. Today, we are going to be discussing something that is kind of new. We kind of heard about it before, but there's a new version of it. So, I wanted to go over what the details are of the Frontier Airlines Go Wild All You Can Fly Pass. Now, as you can see here in recent days, they've announced the Summer Pass. What that is it's only good from May 2nd, 2023 to September 30th of 2023, and you have to fly within those dates to use it, but you can use it for as many flights as you want. The one that existed before this was the Go Wild Annual Pass. That also starts on May 2nd of 2023, but it's good for the entire year. Introductory price of that one, $1,299 a year, with retail price being $19.99, whereas the summer pass currently $399 a year, retail price normally being $9.99 a year. I think it's important to mention that if you do not cancel at the end of that year period, you will be charged the higher rate next year. So that's something definitely to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and see what Frontier says this pass is going to include. So the Go Wild All You Can Fly Pass benefits include an unlimited number of flights, access to Frontier's domestic and international destinations, travel that keeps your miles from expiring, but there's a reason that that may not be that good that we'll discuss here in just a minute. And you can get confirmed bookings the day before flight departure for domestic travel and starting 10 days before flight departure from international travel. So basically, if you're going to use this pass to take a domestic flight, you have to find that flight 24 hours beforehand. Sometimes, if the flights are sold out, you may not have that option. So there is a little bit of risk to this in the flights that you're going to be able to get. And then international days, 10 days before flight departure, a little more reasonable unless you need a visa or something like that. But as long as you have your passport and you've got everything in order and you know you can just take off internationally, 10 days is probably relatively reasonable. All right, so this is how you can turn your flexibility into unlimited flights. So the way the pass works is you're going to buy the pass, you'll log into your Frontier Miles account, and you'll search and book the flight. Again, this just mentions the dates of the flights that this will be valid beginning May 2nd, 2023 for both of the passes, and then it ends that September 30th in 2023 for the summer pass. It discusses here when you're able to book. You'll be charged a 1 penny in airfare. You'll be charged a penny in airfare plus all applicable taxes, fees, and charges at the time of booking. Now, this is something Frontier can't avoid. These fees have to be charged. It's the law for every airline to charge them. So I think that's an okay part of this pass. I don't think that's big of a deal. They're being very clear about it up front that that's not included, so I think they did well there. All right. Next thing is just to fly. As soon as you're able to book that flight is for that date that you want, and you pay those taxes, fees, and then any charges like seats, bags, anything you purchase separate, you're good to go. And then you can repeat that and do that as many times as you want as long as your pass is still valid. All right, so here's a little bit more information for us. Flights will be available to book and fly starting May 2nd, 2023. They can be booked and confirmed the day before flight departure for domestic and 10 days for international, just like we discussed. They must be booked at flyfrontier.com, so you're going to want to make sure you're actually using Frontier's website to make your bookings. There are quite a few blackout dates. As you can see here, 3 days in May, 2 days in June, uh, what is that? 4, 5, 6 days in July, and then a couple days the rest of the months. Basically, holiday travel is not going to happen with this pass unless you're able to leave early and then return late. Uh, 2024, it's basically the same dates, but you have the additional ones for the months up through May. And then flights do not include any add on product like bags or seats. With Frontier, you do normally pay for any bag and seats unless all you take is a personal item. But if you wanted to still take these flights and avoid any charges, you could always just do the personal item. Otherwise, you'll pay for the bags. Seats, they can assign it at the gate to you for free, but you risk there not being a seat or there being a middle seat. So keep that in mind. All right, just a few more little rules here that we already kind of discussed. The fare of a penny charged for each segment, taxes, fees, and charges are still going to be paid then. Seats are subject to availability, and last seat availability is not guaranteed. So that just basically means the flight could be overbooked and you could get bumped. That's pretty standard for most airfare. Not eligible to earn miles or status. So even though this pass allows you to keep your status a full year after you've flown a flight, so you're extending that date each time, you're not going to earn miles on these flights because they're not eligible. Let's see here. All right. Uh, just discuss that. It will extend your Frontier miles expiration. Non transferable only works for the pass holder. Automatically renews. We discussed pretty much all of that. And then you must be 18 years old and a resident of the U.S. to purchase the pass. The holder can be under 18 but must be a U.S. resident, and pass holders under the age of 13 must be enrolled by their parent or legal guardian. Children under the age of 15 must be accompanied by a passenger who is at least 15 years old. All right, so that's all the latest information for the Frontier Go Miles Pass. If you like information like this and you find this useful, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you on the next one.